Welcome back to the channel, lovelies. And if it's your first time, thank you for joining me and in a little craft session. If you're going to craft along with me, that's wonderful. If not, that's fine. Thank you for watching the video. And my name is Jenny, if you're new here. And I was going to do something with beads this video, but I'm missing some supplies, so I need to order them before I can do what it is I wanted to do. And I also thought that while I've got lace on my desk from the last video, I had lace and fabric because I made these textile sample cards. I'll link the video to this one if you're new and you didn't see it, or if you're not new and you didn't see it. And so I decided, rather than putting it all away, I will make a head start on my next lot of journals after the steampunk ones and the Japanese one is finished. Basically I've just got so much in my head that I just thought that it would be a good idea just to make a start on some of those ideas. So what I'm going to do is 3 rose journals, and well, I'm going to do at least 2 rose journals. One will have roses in it, but it will be more French themed. 2 will have quite a bit of French sort of vibe going on. And for one that I'm working on in the video is going in this cover, which I just love. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see it. It is a really lovely spine. It's just a gorgeous spine. The cover was really grubby and I had to give it a good wipe over. And as you can see, it's one of those curved spines. So I was thinking of just doing one signature, but I am going to take the spine off, and I'm doing a 3 signature journal, and the spine I'm going to repurpose as a bookmark because it's just so beautiful. Yeah, so I think that's the go for this one, because there's so much I want to put in the journal that it's one signature is not going to be enough, and it won't fit more than one in there, or 2 small ones, and we all know that I can't do small signatures, so we're not kidding ourselves here, all right? The other one that I picked out is this gorgeous journal, and the spine on it is not as, it's pretty but not probably as pretty. The cover's gorgeous. The cover's in lovely condition. I think it's a leather cover. Yeah, it could be leather, or maybe it's just a really good quality vinyl. I don't know. And the end pages are both intact. The inside cover pages, they're intact. And they're lovely too. So I'm leaving those in, or you can't pull them out unless you rip them out, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to leave them. This one, I'm not sure exactly what journal I'm going to put in here yet. I've got a couple of ideas floating around in my head. I will think about it. And the other one that's going to be of a French kind of theme is this one, which is just absolutely delightful. This is the dust jacket. The cover's plain, but of course the dust jacket will be used within the journal. So I am looking forward to doing something with that. So I did start this one. I need a quote to go up here, so I'm going to do my own quote. I've got some scraps of the rag paper from the large book pages that I get from Roxy Creations. I've got like fairly wide pieces, so I'm going to do my own sort of I'm going to do my own typography and put a really good quote or something up there, and we'll see how that finishes up. But it's not a tuck spot or anything, it's just an embellishment on the page at the moment. And so then we've just got all these blank pages, apart from this one, with the Alphonse Moucha print there, which is a napkin, and I'm not really sure now whether I want to put this in this journal or not. I may do. We'll see. But in the meantime, what I wanted to do was, and then I have got this as well, which is going in the journal. I think that's going on there like that. And then I've got these pages here, which I've pulled out of a like a coffee table book, and I'm going to use those. So basically that's what the video is. I'm going to start preparing pages for these journals, and every now and then I do prepare pages ahead of time and then just store them away, and I create pages that can go in most journals. I haven't done it for a long while, so yeah, sometimes I think it's really good to do that, because you can get a head start on a journal. Now, just to go that way, of course, so I'll go by this page. Perfect. Yeah, so I hope that you will join me and just get out your stuff and follow along with me. Of course, you don't have to be doing exactly what I'm doing. You won't have the same resources as me. I've had a head start on you, and but you know, you can still follow along and create some pages of your own to go in your journal. Now I want that one, and that one is a page, I think. I might put this one in the other one, so I'm just going to fold it and pop it aside. And now this one, I'm going to tear that down, take all the white edge off. And I think I'll leave that on there. For now, I'll leave it on there. And I'll take this edge off. I don't really have a plan for these pages. I'm just picking up a page. I've got resources all around me, and I'm just going with the flow with what I have. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not being overly fussy. I will actually though ink around here just to get rid of the core of the paper, just darken it. How many pages have I got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8. That's 16. Well, hang on, what's going on here? That's not supposed to. Oh yeah, no, that's not supposed to be there. Let me just do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's in the green one. And this one goes in this one. So put that one in there. Of course, I've got to put other pages in, so I've got to put some documents in there and some book page. So I don't really want to be putting too much more in. So I'm going to pop that one in here. And then this one will go in here somehow. Maybe as an extended page. Yeah. So I'm going to just fold it over. And I'm going to put it on there like so. And and I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this bit off and fold that up. And the fact that it's now text is upside down, it doesn't matter because I will cover it with something. All right. Now, do I want that actually? Maybe I might want to glue it on there like so, and then it can open out that way. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to cut this off. And just going to cut it to that point. And cut that off about there. Right. Is it straight? Now it is. I should have cut it at an angle. So just cut it at an angle so that it doesn't get in the way of the actual fold of the fold out. So I'm going to glue that on there. I'm not, even though the page is it's sort of, it's matte, but it's got a bit of a gloss to it. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm going to leave it as it is. Right. Okay, here goes. Just going to try and get it on as close to the edge as possible. There we go. All right, and I'm going to bring that pocket up here, I think. Do I want to do that? No, I want to put the pocket on in here, but I'm going to cover this up first with something, some book page or something. Where's that book page that I messed up? Put that down there. And I will bring it down so far There's no point in bringing it all the way to the bottom because the pocket's going to cover up most of that anyway. I can put some washi down the other side, so that's not a problem. So yeah, I'm going to put that there. Where's my book? Okay. All right. How have you all been? I hope you've all been well. I've just been sort of pottering and trying to work out what my next move is. I've had a big talk with my son the other day, and I was on the phone talking to him, and it was, to him, I suppose it was just a ridiculous conversation, but to me it was important, and I needed just to talk, and I said to him, I can see you're shaking your head. Even though we're on the phone, I know that's what you're doing. And he said, yes, Mum, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I thought, yeah, I knew it. I just knew it. He wouldn't understand. And so, yeah, I had a bit of a talk. I hope this is gonna not show the book through, the book page through. No, it's not. Okay. So, and I'm gonna put some lovely washi down there. I should have pulled out gone through my washi tapes, but never mind. I'll just use that one. Yeah, I have been in a little bit of a quandary. I think I'm just going to cut it off when I get to the other end. And you know, I just I've been on YouTube and I've been watching videos because I kind of felt part of it was to do with not knowing what to do next, and I won't go into everything that I discussed with him. Not that it's anything major or anything like that. It's just you know, I don't need to. But part of it was the fact that it's kind of like imposter syndrome, which is to do with fear and procrastination and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and I did the wrong thing by actually watching other people's junk journal videos, and you know, I watch like Ruby and Pearl and Roxy Creations, Raindrop Lila, Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and just a few others, and like, they're all in my favourites. And and there is a couple of others that are along this very similar style as well, but I don't need to run off all the names. And it was kind of the wrong thing for me to do. It really was. I would have done myself a huge amount of favours if I had have just gone in and done some drawings, and or just even read a book or watched TV or did some pottering around out in the garden or something. Because I find that when you're in that frame of mind, you start second guessing what you do and how well you do it and whether you're any good, and it only just fosters the negative thoughts that you've got going on in your head. And it was just really the wrong move. And in the end, I just had to tell myself. Now, I don't know why I put that thumb notch there, because I haven't embellished the pocket yet. So that was a bit silly. But never mind, we'll work around that. So I'll come back to that in a sec, because I don't really know what I want to put on there. I might put some piece of ephemera of some description. So yeah, you just don't do what I did if you find yourself in that position, because it's never good. It's not gonna end well. I think that's upside down. If I put that there, and I can put a, I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to pop that there, because it's just really simple and pretty, and I think it'll be fine there. So where's my book? You know, like when I look back at what I've done in my life, like I've been selling things for many, many years now. My husband and I used to buy and sell vintage and antique and collectible stuff, like random collectible stuff, and we used to go to a market and sell there. And we used to have like our own junky stuff from home as well, and we had a permanent stall here in Adelaide. It was at what was a fruit and veg market by Monday to Friday. I went and glued that down, and I have to be careful. Monday to Friday, and that was really silly, Jennifer. Very silly. Okay. And we did that for quite a few years, and then I went back to TAFE as well, and studied childcare, and then I started working in childcare. We were still selling at markets though, because that was on the weekends, and it was our hobby. We did it as a hobby. I also did a lot of creating back then as well. I used to love doing handcrafted things. I taught myself how to cross stitch. When I was little, I taught myself how to knit and crochet. I'm not like 100% at those particular crafts, but I can knit quite well. I used to knit for young children up to the age of 4 and donate them to a local charity, the local soup kitchen, and they would hand them out to families that came through for food. So that is done for now. I might come back and put a label on there or something, I don't know. But we're going to go on with this page here. I'm going to cover this white up down the bottom here. Of course that's not going to work. Yeah, I taught myself how to knit and crochet, and I also taught myself how to do make jewellery with gemstone beads. I really should thread a ribbon through there. I might not glue it down completely, and I'll come back when I've got some narrow ribbon to thread in there, and I'll do just that, and then I can finish gluing it down. So I'm just going to come along the very bottom here. Yeah, so, and I used to really enjoy making the gemstone jewellery with man-made crystals, Swarovski crystals and Czech crystals, some glass ones as well, just working out which side is which. I think this is the right side. Taught myself how to do candle wicking. I used to love doing candle wick stuff. I taught myself how to fold ribbon roses and pansies and the leaves and like little blossoms, and followed Judith and Catherine embroideries. I bought many of their books and really enjoyed doing that kind of work. It was lovely, and I used to sell that sort of stuff at another market, a different market. By then I had moved on from the market that we were at, and I was selling Victoriana handcrafted pieces, decoupage, and I was doing everything. I was doing it all. I loved it all. I'm going to leave that page. I might come and use the brayer and put some white paint over it, just a little bit here and there, just to make it different. And and I'll do the same with that side. It's just that this is already quite thick. with all the collaging because it's the original page. And here, what will I do there? Put a pocket. I think I'll put this pocket there. But I want to do something else to the page because it's very bland in the background. So I'm going to move all this out the way. And so, yeah, looking over my life and, you know, what I had done, apart from study and working, yeah, I've done quite a bit. And I was not an expert at anything, but I participated in everything. I was a Jill of all trades and a master of none. And I get now to this point and I think, well, what am I supposed to be doing, you know? Am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be painting? Do I need to make a big deal out of this? No, not really. I don't really need to. I'm just choosing to, and it all comes down to fear. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'll just take a piece of this and fill in that gap. And then I decided that looking at other people's work, while it's all beautiful and they are clearly skilled at what they do, that doesn't mean that I'm not that good. And I have had, you know, like throughout all the social media that I've been in, I've had people say to me, oh, what you do is wonderful, I wish I could do that, or you know, I'll make a journal when I've practiced enough, and making ephemera and decorating pages and, you know, that sort of thing. And I think, well, I used to say that about my art. I will do a painting on a canvas when I have done enough drawing and enough paintings, and I think that my paintings look good, or my drawings look, you know, good. Now I'm going to put it that way. Oh, yeah, that way. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it this way. And really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You start doing whatever it is that you love doing, and you go at it like you're already the expert. And Don't listen to what other people are telling you, because unless they're doing it, they know jack. You're the one who's doing it, so you know what you're doing. And that's what I keep telling myself now, is you don't need to have any, I don't need to have any validation. I definitely don't need validation. I validate myself because I'm here doing it. I'm here making the journals and doing my best to make sure that they're top quality. And you know, I was watching Kate from Pixie K Designs. She has recently done some beautiful journals, and I did comment to her on one of her videos that I'll have to revisit her video of the flip through a few times, because there was a few things in there that I found so inspiring. And I've got a memory like a sieve. It's not that I have to go back and watch them so that I can copy it or anything. I wouldn't do that. But you know, just to remind me of what it is that she did, what it is that inspired me so much about that particular thing that she did. And yeah, the same with Heather at Rosehill Paper Cottage and Heather at Ruby and Pearl XO. They're just wonderful. I find them all inspiring. And yeah, that's good. I'm not going to put a notch in that because I'll cut the chimneys off. So this is just basic. I'll probably come back in and do some other embellishing along the way. Yeah, so I guess what I'm trying to say is I have turned my head inside out over the last couple of weeks, and I've came to the conclusion that nobody really is, you know, like it. People are supportive, and there's some supportive people and there's some not so supportive, and you've got to be thick-skinned and just believe in yourself. At the end of the day, that's what you need to do, is believe in yourself. So that's what I'm doing, believing in myself. Right, now, will I put something else on there? No, at the moment, I'm not really sure what I'm going to put on there. So I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to leave that page, because I do like to have lots of writing spaces. Okay, so that went there. And where's the other ones? That went there. Now on here, I am going to put a lace pocket of some description. Right, I'm going to cut some of this off. It's the best way to go with this, is just to cut it off. Put the lid on here. So that's pretty much where I've been at these last short while. I'm going to put a button there, I think. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and edit the video segments together, because I have to go find a button and I'm not going to sew that on camera. Take too long. Okay, I'm back. I have glued the pocket on. And stitch the buttons, of course. So they're all vintage buttons. And the pocket is big enough to put a small card in. I have also, when I've been away, I've put one French letter, part of a letter in there, and I've put in a French book page as well. So I think we might have time for one more thing. So we will see what we can do. I'm actually regretting putting that on there now. I should have backed it and had it as something clipped to the side of the page. Never mind. No regrets. Can't have regrets. Right, so what are we doing here? I've still got I've bought a kit to go in this journal, and so I'll have a couple of pages to go in here from the kit as well. I will let you know what the kit is when I get it. I've got to get it printed off. And I was going to get it done at Officeworks, but when I had a look at my last art prints that I got done there, the paper's good, and for the art prints it's fine, but it's matte, but it's got a bit of a sheen, and I don't want that for the kit. I don't mind it from, like, you know, coffee table books or whatever, but I don't want it from like, you know, a print sort of thing. I don't want that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Now this, I'm going to cut this off. I just want the net part for this particular thing. So I'm just roughly cutting it. I'm not being precise about it or anything. And on here, I'm going to bunch this up. And sort of, I don't know, do some sort of a bunched up sort of thing. And I'm just going to use a lot of glue stick, because what goes on over the top will have the tacky glue. So this is the last thing that I'm doing for these pages for the moment. Side ruffles, page tabs, other embellishing and all that. That all happens at the very end. I don't usually do too much in the way of that sort of thing. While I'm doing pages. Okay. Oh. So this is more like a wild rose, you know, the sort that you pick them and all the petals fall off the rose head. Yeah, that's what this looks more like. So I've got a friend, my friend Margaret. She's got a couple of rose bushes, and we're eagerly waiting for them to start blooming so that I can pick them to press. I'm hoping that it's going to happen, because it takes a few weeks to press. If she hasn't got any coming out by my next payday, I might have to fork out some cash to buy a bunch of roses, because I really, really want to put roses, like pressed ones, in this journal. Now this is so gorgeous. It is not, it's a little bit stained. I'm not sure what it's come off of. I can't remember. I've had this applique for a very long time, and I do not remember what it might have come off of. I might have got it in like a bulk lot of things. Okay, so that's going there like that, and fit up here. Like that. And how sweet does that look? That looks really sweet. Okay, so that's that for now. But I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what the cover might look like. I just love that. I'm going to have to put some pressure on that in a minute. Okay. So while I was away, I found this beautiful little, it's not Coalport, but it is, oh, it might be actually. Let me have a look. Crown China Crafts. Mill Street, Stoke. Oh, is that from Stoke-on-Trent? So this is getting a vintage porcelain brooch, which is stamped made in England, Crown China Crafts, made in England, Mill Street, Stoke, and it's got a number here. So that is going to be added to the front cover. I've got to give it a little bit of a clean because it's very dusty. It's been on my mannequin for ages, forever and ever, and it's very delicate, but I think it will be perfect. And something else I've had in Hoardsville for a very long time, from back when I was at the last market that I was at. No, not the last one, because that was vintage clothing. The one before, which was Victoriana and linen, and like vintage and antique linens. That's when this fabric comes from. And it's a piece of toile that I've had for such a very, very long time. And I'm going to put that on the front cover. I'll put lace, a really lovely vintage lace on the back. But yeah, that's going on the front. Oh, I love it. So I'm not doing it now, of course, but I thought I'd give you a sneak peek. So that's all I've got for this video. It's not quite as long as what I normally would do, but that's okay. At the end of the video, I will do a very quick like a flip through type thing of the ephemera that I've started preparing for this journal, and I will do a very quick flip through of what I've done in this video, like these few bits that I have done. I will do a little bit of a flip through so far. Okay, so until the next one, these ones are going to take a while. I'm still working on the steampunk ones, and I've got the Japanese geisha one that I want to do as well. And I've also got a market that I'm supposed to be creating stock for, that I've been invited to attend as a seller, which is next month. I'm running out of time, so for the next 2 weeks I will be split between doing the steampunk and preparing things for that market, as in like junk journaling sort of stuff. I might take some very inexpensive junk journal things out there to the market, but no big journals will be going out. None of the ones that I would not necessarily would only put on Etsy, because I have got a couple on Etsy that I'll pull out for the market. But yeah, the more expensive ones, the ones that are like $100+, I'm not taking to the market, because it's just like a little trash and treasure type thing, and it's run by the Salvation Army. A friend of mine volunteers there, so she said, we're doing a trash and treasure stall, you can hire a stall for $5 or something, she said. So I'm going to do that. So I've got to do some sun catchers, and I want to do some earrings and bracelets and bits and pieces, things that won't take me too long to make, and that I'm, not putting high prices on or anything, because, you just can't for those tiny little markets. It's not an artisan market. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know it's been a little bit scatty, and I might not have got a huge amount of bits and pieces done, but I thought you might like to see what my process is. It's like a snapshot of my process when I start a journal, and yeah, if you would like to see more of that sort of thing, please comment below and let me know, because if you don't do that, then I don't know. I probably will do it anyway, but I might not do them very often. So if it's something you'd like to see more of, then please let me know. Until the next one, bye for now, everyone. Peaceful blessings to you all. Stay safe and happy crafting.
everything. Anyway, let's cut the crap, okay? You have a problem, just say it. I got nothing to say. What, when I'm an old man, you don't think I can take it? You really want to talk about it? Damn right. You've been wanting to say something to me ever since I got back. Why did you leave?